All right, so our next talk is going to be by Will Pemble, and he'll be speaking on the topic of selling NFTs, the perfect storm of mistrust and miscommunication. So listen up and give it up to Will Pemble.
Hey, I'm going to guess this is the clicker. We don't have a lot of time, so let's just get right into it. Wait a minute. All right. Okay, this is that sound. It does. That's my backyard in California. That's my kid. He's a pretty good kid. That's Todd, the crash test dummy. That's me. Welding. That's me. I don't know. Testing. We got to test things if you're going to build things. Grinding. Lyle. This here is the 5th backyard roller coaster that I've built. First one I built in my backyard, second one I built in my front yard, third one I built next door, neighbor's house, built one for the Maker Faire, and then this was the 5th, which you can also see on Netflix. This is my favorite graphic, which explains how to build a backyard roller coaster. Right? 4 wheels, it's true what they say, look, woo! Right? Every time I've ridden this ride, I think this was a terrible idea. I shouldn't have done this. No. Then I learned from Mythbusters how to build this fireball machine. So we thought that would be cool to add some fire to it. A little bit of engineering, some agricultural chain, ridiculously spoiled offspring, and thank you. Good night. Okay, so if you had 10 minutes to do a talk about something important, would you waste a minute 30 seconds showing home movies? I think probably you would. So the other day, I opened up the New York Times. Maybe some of you guys read about this. We're dead, we're all dead. And it said so in the New York Times, and so I know it's true. But here's the thing. Back in November 25th of 2001, when I was the founding CEO of Web.com, which is today one of the biggest web hosting companies in the world, I was figuring out alternate domain name suggestions in my office. I was figuring out private domain name registration, the first company that would allow you to register a domain name without being doxxed. Here's what the New York Times had to say about me back then. I've been declared dead over and over and over again. So if you guys think the crypto industry is dead, you're just wrong about that, because this is not a new language, it's a new dialect. And I think that's an important thing. But I think we have problems that are unique to our industry, Web3, because I've never seen these kind of headlines before. Why this computer scientist, a computer scientist, says all cryptocurrency should die in a fire. That shit is dark, wouldn't you say? It's plenty dark. Die in a fire. So here's my question, and I don't have the answer, but here's my question. Why do they hate us so much? Maybe because. Here's my theory. My theory is that words matter. And what we've done as an industry, whether on purpose or by accident, I don't know, is we have decided to define this industry using terms that don't make any fucking sense at all. If you didn't know anything about the sequential assembly and distribution of commodities, if you didn't know anything about that, and I said to you, supply chain, you would know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. You'd be like, oh, supply chain, that must be getting stuff from one place to another. Bicycle chain, there's another one. Roller coaster lift hill chain, call back to the video. Oh, that must be the chain that lifts the roller coaster lift hill chain. When I say blockchain, what happens, whether you know what that is or not, it turns off parts of your brain that allow you to understand the shit we're about to talk about. Language should inform the user. Gas and mining, let's call it raping and baby seal clubbing instead, because that would be as friendly, maybe friendlier. Hodl? Oh, Lambo, that's my favorite. Everybody loves the guy who pulls up to Safeway in a Lambo, right? We love that guy. We don't want to club him, do we? Right? We've got a language problem, and I don't know how to solve it. But one of the things that I did to try to solve it, and I'm going fast because, 10 minutes, is I did a project. I was trying to figure out, how can I learn some more about this? How can I do this? I'm a highly technical guy. I've built stuff that everybody in this room has used at one time or another. alternate domain name suggestions, recurring credit card billing. I'm sorry about that one. But I've done a lot of stuff. So let me ask you a question. What's the most important thing in an NFT project? Most important thing? Community. Of course community is the most important thing. What are the elements of community? And I'm not asking you because I don't have a lot of time. I mean, normally I'm like, I speak and we'd get there, but I'm gonna give you my 3 things. And I'm a fan of a lot of alliteration. So the first one is time. How long have you been doing whatever it is that your project is doing? Did you start an NFT project on the same day you started your community to feed children and solve world hunger? If you did, that's a very heavy lift. You might get there, but it's a heavy lift. I've been building backyard roller coasters for 10 years. I've built 5 of them, and if you don't believe me, you can Google me, or you can Google backyard roller coaster, or you can watch Netflix. I got time in sport, right? The next one is team. Who's with you? Mythbuster Tamra Robertson is sitting in the audience, and she's like volunteered to be the cam op for this thing today. But we've got Mythbusters. We've got renowned builders on our team for our crazy roller coaster NFT project. Who else besides you is on your team? Who else is amazing and awesome and brings credibility because of you? People came to me because I'm me, and they're so much more amazing than me, right? And trust. Here's the thing. Trust equals time plus experience. I got 3 minutes and 52 seconds left. I can't do anything about the 3 minutes and 46 seconds that I have left. So what I can only do, because time is time, is I have to make sure the experience that we share together is as impactful and awesome and meaningful and memorable as it can possibly be. That's why I'm yelling. That's why I'm moving a little bit, but not too much so that Tamara can't follow me. And that's why I wasted, quote, 1 minute and 29 seconds showing you a whole movie of videos, because everybody who's ever seen that video, mostly everyone, says, whoa, that's cool, right? So here I am. I'm bringing the most potent, the most meaningful experience I possibly can, because time, team, and trust are what you need to bring to your NFT project, or it's gonna be rough. Here's the thing that I think. Well, wait a minute. That's what I'm going. Everyone is watching us. We are being rooted for to die in a fucking fire, and that's a serious thing. And at the same time people want us to die in a fire, we're leaving footprints on the moon. We're defining the next 20 years of technology. How do I know that? Because 20 years ago, I changed every life in this room, whether you know it or not. 20 years ago, I figured out how to build hosting automation. I figured out how to build domain registration. I've done some amazing shit that nobody knows I did. I've already left footprints on the moon, and I aim to do it again. You guys are leaving footprints on the moon. It's important what you're doing, and everything you do matters, and everyone is watching. There's a sign across the street. History has its eyes on you. So, Dare Mighty Things, one of my favorite things. There's a picture of me. That was actually in the New York Times. That's my New York Times moment. It's like an idiot doing the thing. But here are the mighty things that we want to dare with the Coaster Punks project. We're going to build the most sophisticated indoor roller coaster ride ever created by private citizens. You can come and see us on level 9 of the thing. We've got a Disney Imagineer built study model that you can come and check out. We're going to build this roller coaster, and it's going to be amazing, and everybody who owns the Coaster Punks NFT is going to be allowed to ride it. We're going to bus you from here to the site next year at NFT.NYC. We're going to harness the sun. We're going to build a 200,000-watt solar farm on the roof of my warehouse, which is where we're building the coaster. Internally, we call that the fuck you haters strategy. 200,000 watts of solar, by the way, is enough to power a 4-bedroom house for 400 years. It's a lot of electricity. So I'm a dad. I want to leave this place better than I found it. The last thing we're going to do, or the next thing we're going to do, is we're going to create, in addition to all the YouTube and TikTok and all of that sort of stuff, we're going to create an 8-episode educational TV series with Tamara Robertson and executive produced by Mythbuster Carrie Byron and produced by her Explore Media, and we're going to stream that to 2 million middle school and high school kids, because my tagline on all of my videos is we want to bring physics, family, and fun to kids everywhere. And so that's what the Coaster Punks Coaster Punks NFT project is, and the reason I'm doing it is, first of all, I can't help myself from building this kind of stuff. And the second reason is that I want to test my theory that an NFT project should be 20% NFT, and 80% project. I'm going to give you back the last 12 seconds because time's the only thing you can't get more of. I am Will Pemble. Please come see us level 9 on the Marriott. Thank you.
Everybody go, wee! No hands.